Welcome to BAUSE Talk Radio, and this is your host, Elena Banks, joined with my lovely co-host, Whitney Davis. How's it going?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing great. How was your weekend?
It was busy. I went home, had a baby shower. Of course, it was the birthday bash, so traffic was crazy here in Atlanta. But I had a good time. What about you? How was your weekend?
Cool. I thought about it. It got so heated in here last week that we forgot to send a special shout out to all the fathers. So I would like to say a special happy belated Father's Day to all of the fathers that are out there making it happen in the kids' life as well. I miss mine dearly. It was a rough day for me.
I know.
But I made sure I stayed. I usually stay home on Father's Day and his birthday, but I actually made myself get out. That was the first time that I actually got out on Father's Day. I know everybody says my twin.
It is. Definitely your twin.
Them teeth.
Them teeth, them eyes, he definitely your twin.
Yeah, my father had some amazing teeth.
He did.
So I did want to say that, but I got a question while we talking about Father's Day. You don't have kids.
No.
So I had a lot of people texting me, Happy Father's Day.
Why?
And I was just like, I got, Mother's Day is our day, but a lot of people was like, you mother and father.
And I know a lot of guys bit and they feel some type of way when, like, we take that day away from them and, the baby mamas or mothers try to be like, well, I'm the mom and the dad, And I feel like, I don't think it's fair because it's a lot of deadbeat moms just as well as dads. And I think you should just let it be there. Acknowledge the ones who doing what they're supposed to do, and the ones who not don't even entertain it.
So when I got the phone call, I was just like, oh, thank you so much. Just kind of played out. But then when I got off the phone, you know me, I'm an overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, like my kids have a father, and I did make sure that I extended and reach out to, him and say Happy Father's Day, and made sure I made that day just as special for him as he makes it special for me.
Absolutely.
But I was just so amazed that, men, and it was coming from men.
Do you think that's fair? You think people should take that day away from the fathers if they aren't in it? Like,
I don't think they should take that day away from the fathers, because at the end of the day, we have our own day, Mother's Day. Exactly. If you're not a good father, ain't nobody gonna call and tell you Happy Father's Day.
Exactly.
Your
you
mama and your sisters and your kids.
Exactly.
But I mean,
when people go as far as like when the women or the mothers go as far to make posts and be like, well, Happy Father's Day to me, I'm the mom and the dad. I don't think that's.
And then the thing about it is, my daughter has an amazing father, and therefore, if you know me and then you say Happy Father's Day, I don't get the credit for that because he's a great father. Now that other one, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I just was like, I didn't want to say don't call and wish me no.
But you felt like you had your day already.
I had my day, so I was just like, let's just give it up to the fathers,
exactly,
and just let them have it. But I will tell you this: I went to Hallmark to buy a Father's Day card. Do you not know it's cards for mothers? For
Get out of here.
Yes. For you, mother on Father's Day.
Oh my God,
baby.
I mean, I would have to give credit to my mom for playing both parts, but I just don't see the need to, you know what I mean?
Right. You just had your day in May.
Yeah.
June, give that extra for the fathers that.
I mean, if I'm not going to reach out to him, I just won't say nothing. I won't be, you know what I mean? Because I let my mom know on Mother's Day how much she do, and play both roles. But like Father's Day, I don't feel the need to have to call her and say, oh, well, Happy Father. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think, unlike probably, I know I did, and I don't know how many other people, but I really sat down with my phone and I text a lot of my male friends that are great fathers and say Happy Father's Day, and regardless if, they're not my baby daddy, but I still like to acknowledge that all of my friends that I know that are great fathers, just so that they can not only get it from family but friends, because if you're close to someone, they're great fathers.
I don't have kids, so I slip when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day sometimes. Besides my mom, I do I have guy friends be like, you really didn't text me on Father's Day. And I'm like, I forgot, because if you don't have kids and I don't have a great relationship with my dad, so it's like, that day is like, I don't even keep up with Father's Day.
Right.
I text him at like 9 o'clock because I was like, okay, Whitney, don't be spiteful. I just said Happy Father's Day. That's it. I can't say, no more so.
Yeah, I did. A lot of men was like, "Oh wow, thank you for thinking about me." Oh wow, I was shocked.
They appreciate it though.
Appreciate
when I think about some years I do, but some years
even if they didn't say Happy Mother's Day to me, because at the end of the day, as long as my kids say me Happy Mother's Day,
that's all that matters.
And I'm with my mother. Anybody else saying Happy Mother's Day, I don't care because you busy, you got other things. But I will tell you that if you really truly want to know your feelings about somebody, try to buy them a card on their birthday or on Father's Day or Mother's Day, and you will be amazed. It took me like 30 minutes to find the right card. And I was like, okay, that ain't saying enough. Or that's saying too much. Oh, that's saying too much. And then I was like, okay, let me just buy a blank card and then write something in there. But then you like, oh God. I was really in there for 30 minutes.
I think everybody, when Mother's Day, it was about 20 of us lined up just reading. When it's time to buy cards, you want to.
But on Mother's Day, they have the most thoughtful, the card selection is so different on Mother's Day. But I fell in love with some of the men they was talking about in the cards. I was like,
I've never read a Father's Day card. I've never bought a Father's Day card.
Baby.
So
I read some of the Father's Day cards. I was like, where he at?
That was good.
I'm falling in love with him. Okay, this is too much and I put it back. And even on birthdays, I try and buy some of my friends cards on their birthdays. And I'm like, okay, that's too much. I don't like him like that. I don't want to lead him on. We ain't really this cool. So you really would find yourself buying a lot of blank cards trying to write it down. Yeah. My handwriting is horrible, so then he ain't gonna be able to read it. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And then actually, church service, the pastors always got to preach a sermon about Father's Day, and the pastor was even like, y'all have noticed that today when you go out to eat, it ain't gonna be no long wait. Like Mother's Day, you gotta make reservations to wait 2-3 hours.
I wonder why.
He said, ain't gonna be no traffic. The way that the restaurant, he said, cause a lot of men ain't gonna want to go out to dinner.
Okay.
They gonna want to stay home. So if you allow a man to pick and choose what he want to do on Father's Day, they're not gonna be so, I want to go to dinner, I want to go to movies. Like most women are gonna want to be out. Most men are gonna want to kind of stay in, grill, barbecue, and then the fact that it was a game on Sunday.
Ooh, that was like, look, I want to watch the game tonight.
So it was a lot of people like, we can go out to eat, but we gotta be back home by 8 o'clock. So it was kind of strange just to hear the pastor talking about how people go out of their way for Mother's Day and just glorify mothers and mothers, and then you get to Father's Day. It's like, you have a Mother's Day program at church, but you want to have a Father's Day program at church.
I think it's one-sided when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day, because women would definitely steal Father's Day away and make it about them, or like you say,
Right. So. But my pastor's female, so she gonna go all out for Mother's Day anyway. But she do, make a big issue about Father's Day. Like, she does make it. But it was just so funny, and I just kind of paid attention to a lot of that anyway on Father's Day. But anyway, moving right along. Let's talk about birthday bash.
It was crazy. Did you make it to the actual?
Traffic. Let me tell you something. I hate Atlanta with traffic now, but anytime there's an event,
I
don't know what we can do when All Star comes.
Stay home.
All Stars.
Uber gonna make a lot of money.
I don't understand what we gonna do. It was so many different people here. Shout out to Gucci Man. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out to T.I. Shout out to everybody that came through. I heard they shut it down.
Yeah.
That was Gucci first performance since he's been out of jail. And I think his title was First Day Out of Phase. He performed that, and he's going on tour starting July 22nd too. For all the Gucci Man fans, I know he's starting his. I don't know how many city, but I know the tour is starting July 22nd. And I love Gucci Man.
I like Gucci.
Gucci Man got some stuff. Gucci Man look good. He came out looking he look better.
Yeah. I mean, the weight loss is, that's good. He seems like he's much healthier.
Yeah.
Skin, he look vibrant and stuff like that. But I'm not a fan of his haircut now. I think
the mini fro.
Yeah, I don't like that mini fro on him. I think he should go to low haircut.
I like it with a low haircut. Yeah. I do like your haircut.
I like the weight. He seems like he in shape. I mean, that's positive. He working out. He posting pictures where he's still keeping it up. Because, normally when you get out 6 months, they be back big. They just work out while they in jail.
I think he gonna kind of, because
I think he gonna stay consistent.
All of his fans are showing him so much love. And when you have something that has changed about your exterior appearance, it makes you feel good. So you're gonna do what you gotta do to keep
And his girl is heavy in the fitness. Keisha Kayo. She's big in the
that
fitness.
Thing that bad.
Yeah, she's heavy in it. He been wearing them. You see, he been promoting his girl. I need somebody like wearing them waist.
Look, baby, I sell weave. I need you to
I'm gonna need you to promote these bundles. Baby, Gucci had on a waist eraser, working out. His girl waist eraser. Yes.
That's cool. That's crazy.
Yes.
He supported his girl.
Yes, yeah, he was working. No shame, baby. He had that snatch. That waist was snatched.
But him to do that, I know it's a lot of men be like.
He had it on working out. But she said it's for guys, but you wouldn't think Gucci will put it on. But he had it on working out. He looks good though. As far as, you know.
Gucci think about a check. Keisha think about a check.
Oh, Keisha definitely think about a check. So shout out to them.
Yeah, that's a couple right there.
Yeah.
She rode. She's a rider. You know, some people say you're a rider. That's the definition of a rider right there.
She did. I think they're gonna do good together. So.
I do too. Now, you know what? When they get to talk about the game.
Shout out to Cleveland. I'm so happy for LeBron, the team, Cleveland.
So happy. I was a little nervous there at first.
I was at game 4. I was nervous because it's like, look, we 3-0.
But the comeback and win, like the comeback from where they was at, win the 2-1 and then win the final. And when he hit that floor, I was nervous. I was like, oh my God, this is some dirty. Yeah. And of course, we already know who was the cause of the fall.
Him, yeah.
He kills me. But he came through and his speech was amazing. Yeah. He speaks very intelligently.
Do you think he's going to stay? You think he's going to leave Cleveland or stay?
He better stay. Because they're both going to be mad.
They're going to go to burning them jerseys. All that again.
Because they gonna feel like, oh, he just came here, got all this money, got a championship.
No, he did a lot. Like y'all got a win that y'all never had.
I mean, this is first ever
in life.
Yeah, franchise history.
You owe him. Cleveland owes LeBron.
But he has always had Cleveland.
Yeah, I think he just needed. He felt like, let me go get my rings, because he knew at Cleveland. This all me. Like, I got to bring this championship.
He had a point to prove.
And he did. He came back and he got that win, like he said.
Now, I'm not going to, knock Golden State because they had a phenomenal season.
They did.
It would have been a picture perfect for them to win because it just went with their season.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you already got your ring.
Because they won last year.
You're going to come and give it now.
And I'm glad that they was able to play such a great team. You know, like that's what I feel like it made it so much sweeter to take that win.
And the games that they played was so intense. Like this rig, Aisha Curry's, I bet you she won't say that no more. All this rig. You can tell by the behavior, their actions, the emotions.
It was so many emotions with that win.
Like,
them boys put in a lot of hard work.
They did. They celebrated.
They played their ass off.
And Steph Curry, he had a great season. Now, I can't wait to see if this is going to roll over into next season.
Because, last year he had a great season. This year he had a good season.
Stupid. So, is he going to continue to grow? Like, how much better can you do? He's an amazing player. He's so
he's a good player too.
So I'm curious to see, but
I'm happy for Cleveland. I felt like they deserved it.
I was happy.
Yeah. Me too. I was happy for LeBron.
I was screaming. I think them last 3 minutes was crazy.
Yes,
it was crazy.
I mean,
he cried. The coach was crying.
Did you see the coach crying? Now, was that the coach that was? Yeah,
he was. Girl, he was over there voting.
He was boohoo crying. But I can only imagine the first win ever.
Yeah. And he was a player. I remember
that has to be like an amazing feeling to get like something you probably wanted your whole career, whole life.
Yeah, LeBron, he deserved it, even though he was not MVP.
Yeah.
But he definitely deserved that. And
he still broke records, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think they broke a lot of records and stuff. So.
Scoring points back to back in the game.
Yeah.
Triple doubles and all that
in
stuff.
He
did that.
He did.
And while we're talking about sports, I have to just kind of touch briefly on Rio.
Oh yeah, the Olympics.
You been keeping up with that?
A little bit.
The Olympics this
with the people Zika. Being at high risk of catching the Zika.
But a lot of the athletes are actually freezing their semen
before they go. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't.
It's a lot of athletes that have opted out not to go. Mostly basketball players, which I don't blame them. I know Harden. And it was 2 of them more that I
that decided not to go.
That they're not gonna go.
Yeah, because I read up on it briefly, and they already have like 32,000 cases of the Zika there, which is high. So they letting you know chances of you catching it is extremely high.
But my thing is that they tried to move the Olympics, and they said no.
But if everybody opt out and people don't go, they probably not.
I couldn't understand it if you know what's going on over there.
Why would you let it
and
stay?
why would you still want to continue the Olympics Day anyway? So it's like, do the government want people to go over here and get this, or do they feel like it's too much money? I think it was a lot of politics. I think the fact that the city is probably like, I don't care, we need it. It's got to be something going on where it's politics, money, you know, something tied to the money issue of, you know, I gave you this for this. Now if you pull
it has to be
like it's something going on, because you putting so many people health at risk for you know, and there's a lot of people traveling from different countries. So just imagine you got all these people coming from these different countries to this one place that may get infected, and then the government got to spend more money to treat them if they get it and go back home.
Cause you can't. I'm thinking they're gonna do checks before you leave, right? Or when you come back, you have to. But I mean, I would if I have a family and I done been there.
I don't want to be on the plane with you to get. You got to get
right.
back. You got to get back,
baby. I'm gonna be wrapped up in blankets, masks, gloves. They're like, where you going? Home. Do not touch or breathe on me. Shit.
So that's it's kind of, I don't quite understand it. So I'm gonna be, you know, more prone to kind of follow that story, because and then it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's about to happen really
I
soon.
think they should definitely.
But there's people that have worked so hard for the Olympics, so I get it. But you can have it somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't think they should cancel. They just should move it somewhere safer for the people that's in it and people that's coming to support, fans, supporters. You know, I think they should definitely.
Yeah, I think that the fact that they plan so far ahead for
that's what I'm gonna say. But then again, I don't know how easy it is to move like the entire Olympics.
The sponsors, the vendors, the setup, the arrangement.
It may cost they may be like, look, we can't move it. Like so.
I would have just not had it. But then you got to, because that's
that's another
big,
year
big thing. That's kind of.
I can't wait to see how it plays out. Like if people go participate or what, you know.
I don't know. You've been keeping up with politics lately?
No, not really. I just heard something about, was it Hillary? I can't remember, but I haven't really been.
Yeah, she's putting together a major campaign that she really needs, financial wise.
Okay.
So I've been kind of keeping up with her, just seeing how it goes over. It's crazy. I mean, I think we was talking about this in April, and it's already almost the end of June, and here we are.
And stuff just going quicker and quicker. It's
going fast and fast.
Well, you know it's time to vote. So.
But I know one thing we have got to address is that the Senate did not pass the bill for this background on this gun control. Like, you basically are making it okay for the most wanted, the FBI list, like the watch list, to go out and purchase guns. Like, they need to, you know, they don't want nobody doing federal background checks on gun sales. Like, we just saw what happened in Orlando, and for that to just happen, like,
you would think some kind of,
you would think that
thing would be put into place to kind of help prevent that.
So it was 60 majority, like total votes, and they were 16 shy. Who in their right mind said no? Like, either, I don't understand what's the purpose of you saying no to this bill? You clearly got a gun, or none of your family members or nobody.
You know, stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's either politics or money. Gun sales probably bring in.
You getting a kickback from these gun shops? Like, what is the reason why you would say no to having these people federally checked before even giving them a gun? Like, it's crazy.
It's scary and sad, because after the I don't know, when stuff like that happens, just have you on high alert at all times.
But one thing I would like to say is that when this happened, everybody went to Obama. Everybody went to Obama. Oh, he needs to step in, and he needs to make tighter gun control. Okay, you were saying Obama. Now here you go over here with your 60 delegates that consist of Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get it. So you can't blame Obama.
Absolutely.
Now, I know Obama has the right to come in and overrule and do what he wants to do. Very well, that might be what he has to do. But he allowed America to see. Let me show you what the people that you voted in office is going to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he threw them under the bus, but he's letting the world see the people that you voted for to sit in this office, they said no. And this is the number of the people that said yes. Now, whether he going to show up and make it happen, I don't know. But something has got to be done.
I think so.
And the facts is coming out more and more about this Orlando situation.
That thing's so messy. Like, what's really
she
happening?
She went with the Biden mission, and
they need to lock her ass up.
But they said they alerted the police about this guy a month before the shooting.
As far as what? On something different?
On something similar to like what he was gonna do, or it was. Okay. I gotta follow up on it, but I've just kind of heard a brief of it today, and I was just like, you know what? It's just too much. Like every time something happened, it'd always be, oh well, the police was informed previously, they didn't take it serious. You know how many people being killed, but they either made a domestic violence report or something happened prior to them actually losing their life.
But you know what they probably did? Whenever something like that big happens, they only release so much information to us because they don't want people to be like outraged and just cause like a ruckus. So it's no telling how much information they actually had prior to that happening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At first we was thinking it's just, you know, random. Who knows? This something that they kind of been aware of. That
the sheriff department in that county was previously alerted.
They had to know for him to pull that off. You kill way too many people. You know what I mean? Just to be random, like, oh, let me go do this. You and that wife, you and workers, somebody would have heard something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not easy to keep something like that under the covers
unless you.
It is.
It's very hard.
You going buying stuff like that, going like. It don't say, but for one person to know, for it to get out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody probably did report his ass, and they just didn't do nothing or didn't follow up. Yeah.
The touch bases on some local news. Did you hear about the Gladys Knight?
No. What happened with her?
They raided one of her restaurants today. Because you know her son runs all her businesses, basically. And I know she has one here, right here on Peachtree Street, which is like the main one, and then one at Stonecrest. But they raided the restaurant today. Allegedly over $1 million, which is like they're saying the funds are being diverted. It's so funny when these stories come out, they use certain words instead of just saying what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I had already got a wind that they was going to be shutting the one on Peachtree down anyway.
Why? What happened exactly?
I have no idea. So this may be tied in to the speculations of them possibly shutting it down, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to shut down now. So we're going to lose Gladys Knight Chicken Waffles, I guess. But I know for a fact the Varsity is definitely shut down.
Oh, yeah. I heard about the Varsity.
That's like one of the top 5 main tourist spots.
Yeah, the Varsity. And Gladys, like, people line up to be there. If you ride down there, I can imagine.
I ate at Gladys about a month ago.
I ain't ate at Gladys in years because I'm not really a fan.
I was so disappointed compared to when I first moved here and I went there.
I was disappointed when I ate there. Now been a couple of years. I haven't been back. So.
You know how you come to Atlanta and one thing you're supposed to do is
on your list, go to Gladys.
You have to go to the underground and you got to go to Lennox Mall.
Yes.
So it's just like we losing like a lot of the hot tourist spots for not only African Americans but for all nationalities. Yeah. If you go to Gladys Knight, you see anybody in there.
Yeah.
So, but the Varsity as well. Like I've lived here for forever and I have yet to go to Varsity.
I ate at the Varsity years ago when I ain't know no better, but I don't really care for the Varsity to eat there.
I was just like,
I heard some stories about them, but it was like, you ate at the Varsity. Who cooked the food? I don't know, but I wonder what they're gonna put there.
It's a perfect location.
Location is everything.
Cute. I could see a big franchise like McDonald's coming to put a super mega McDonald's.
You think they should put? I don't think they should put a McDonald's
or like a Chick-fil-A. They're gonna put something where it's gonna be a super franchise. First of all, that building is no joke, and that rent.